All right, guys, this is the Russian fishing for pure spin fishing. All right, no ground, no float, spin fishing. Every time you watch some guy and you're like, I really want to learn how to spin fish from level 1, it's some asshole that's level 60 telling you to go ground fishing for bream and carp or some shit. Nope, 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 nope. Not here. Not today, son. Not today, Satan. All right, so I'm just going to assume that you're just brand new to the game, starting off fresh. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Once you get past the tutorial, this is exactly where you end up. All right, so we're just going to go over a quick review. F1 opens up these. These are your hotkeys. You need to know this, right? Bottom left-hand corner, this is chat. Press Q to get in chat, press escape to get out. Below that, you see the big 1 in the circle. That's what level you are. 0 to 300, that's how much XP you need, how much you have, and how much you need. All right, to get to the next level. The lightning bolt with the green bar is your energy. The fork and knife is food. The heart is health, which I've never seen go down. If it can, whatever, it doesn't. The fourth bar, the little sunshine, is comfort. Now, the lower your comfort, the faster your energy goes down. Your energy is important for fighting big fish. Top right hand corner. Look at them feet. Look at them feet. Top right hand corner is your weather indicator, which you can also see here. Followed by the time, 6:45. It is 17.5 degrees in Celsius and the wind. Below that, you can see the little fish, 0 out of 100, which is your keep net. You can see by pressing C. It shows your location, 4885. That's where you are in the map if you press M. So this is right here. North, south, east, and west. And the dot tells you the direction in which the wind is, which is also indicated up north. All right, so let's say, okay, basics, right? Like I get it. I understand where I'm at. All right, we're going spin fishing. This is the spin fishing rod that they give you, right? So what I would suggest you do, you press U, you move this bitch to 1, like that. Press 1, pulls rod out. Press backspace, puts rod away. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to go spin fishing at level 1 with shit ass gear. How do I know what I'm even supposed to do? Well, so at the maps, you have Mosquito, Winding Rivulet. These are the only 2 maps you can go until you get to level 12. And then you get these. So you're like, okay, spin fishing. This is 1.5 stars. This is 5 stars. Go there. That's where we're going. All right, now we're here. So you're like, hell yeah. Press M to open the map. There's no map. Every new area you go to, you have to buy a map. To get a map, you go right to the admin office. You buy a map. You have 50 silver, buy a map. I would suggest always buying a map. Now, here we go. Here it is. So, before we do any of that, you have the map. You have your 1 rod. So let's figure out what we're doing with that. Okay, so this is the rod we have in hand. Let's go over your rod setup, right? So this is your rod, this is your reel, your line, your leader, which we're not going to use, which you should not use for quite some time. I don't give a shit what nobody says. Do not use a leader. And your lure. All right, if you click on the eye, it shows all the stats of your rod. The sensitivity, action, stiffness, power, not really going to get into. I'll put a link to an old admin that wrote some stuff up about it if you really want to get into it. Don't really care. This is all we got to work with. Can't change it, right? What we're going to pay attention to is the test, which says how much of weight of your lure can you use. I know I said that funny. How much weight your lure should be. So your lure should be within that test weight. If it's lower than that, it's fine. You just won't throw it as far. If it's over that, if it's over 10 grams, it will cause damage to your reel. So you don't want that. Length, garbage, don't care. Load capacity. That's what you care about. So the way your rig should always be set up is rod, reel, line. You want your line to be the weakest part of your rig. So if you get a 5 kg fish, you snap your line, you lose a little bit of it, and you lose your bait. Oh well, because later on you'll learn that your rods and your reels are expensive as hell. Yeah, these can be expensive, but it doesn't matter. It's not as bad as breaking a reel or a rod. Once that shit is broken, it is broken. It's gone, right? Okay, so since this is all we have, the only thing we have different are these lures. And you're like, okay, well, how do I know which lure to use? One of the biggest things of any area you get to is you're going to see is this records and ratings. You're like, okay, how do I know what spin fish to catch? All right, you'll start seeing these right here are spin fishing lures. That's not. These right here. This will tell you the fish, how big they get. These are usually really big. So you're like, you're not going to be catching 7 kg asp off the rip, right? So if you want to know what fish you should be fishing for, go here, scroll down, and you just look at things. And you look at what baits are being used. So we have eyed, we have asp, we have chubs. These are going to be like our bread and butter, right? Um, the one bad thing, perch and pike are going to be everywhere you spin fish. You don't want to try to catch these, you just will. Um, Pike are bad because they have teeth and they can bite your line. We start off with this. Whoops. We start off with this garbage nylon line. It's easy to be seen and they can just eat through it, right? So once you like, this is the rod setup we have. We're gonna go with, let's just pick this one, right? So it's within the mass. It's within my test weight. All right. So then you're like, okay, where do I fish? That's a good question. Um, it really depends. I haven't fished here in years. The map has changed a bit. I'm sure the fishing spots have changed. I have no idea. None. I didn't do any pre-gaming on how to do this shit, so we're gonna figure it out together. So where to fish? Don't know. Figure it out. So normally if you're talking about like just dead ass in the middle of water, there are usually things that the devs put in there, like this. This is here for a reason. For some reason, this is here. Now, it might be float fishing, it might be bottom fishing, but it could be like, well, down here, I could get some kind of fish, right? All right, so just find a spot to fish. You can Google it. A lot of people Google it. I'm like, okay, fish like to hang out around things. The game is pretty realistic when it comes to stuff. So I'm just going to go here, click. Okay, that was garbage. All right. So there's a few things you need to learn. One, your friction brake. Don't move this too high. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out where our line can hold, and we're just going to leave our friction brake there. If you hold R, you can change your retrieval speed. Spin fishing is all about predator fish. So I feel like going up retrieval speed is probably a good thing. Let's just keep it at 25. If you right click, it'll do twitchy things, which will give you different things later on. And if you left click, it'll reel it in. So I'm going to talk about some how you get fish. Spin fishing, pretty easy. If you get it in the right spot with the right bait at the right time, you can catch fish. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is reel it in. And 25 is really slow. All right, you can shift click and it'll max throw it. So this is as far as you can go, right? So get right there, just click it and go. Now, there are different things that you can do to make things happen. For example, if you hold shift, you'll reel faster. And you'll see down there at my bar, it'll say speed up. See that? So if you hold shift, oh, there's a pike or a perch. Yay, perch. All right. Um, when a fish bites it, you keep reeling with left click and you press right click to pull it up. You just hold right click. That fish was little, didn't really fucking matter. All right, let's do it again. So if you get a fish, if you are catching fish, you are doing it correctly. All right. Now the RNG of what fish you catch and stuff is different. But if you're in a spot you're not catching fish, you're just not doing it right. You're not using the right bait. You're not in the right spot. If you can catch fish in a spot, you're doing it right. So you always have to give every spot you fish quite a few things. So it's like, I'm gonna fish here for a little bit, see if I catch some bites. If I don't, I don't. I need to move. If I do, it's good. I might stay here. Now you can fish spots out. So if you fish in the same spot for like 5 days straight, fucking perch, is the spawn rate is going to be much lower. If you catch a really big fish, the spawn rate is going to be lower. So you can see down there in the left-hand corner of my screen that I'm about to gain a level, right? It's really not hard to get the first few levels. They like to give it to you. Um, I like to keep tension on the line. That's why I pull my line out. All right, so all right, see, all right, this is a good example. You see how that's yellow? Move your friction rate up a little bit. Now you don't want that line, the strength of that fish, to go past the last line break. If it turns red, oh hell yeah, there's chub. That's a good old chub. That's good. That's good stuff. Um, if it goes past that line at the bottom, if it goes red, whoops, if it goes red, it is hurting your gear. My God, that's terrible. If it goes maxes out, it will break your line. So you don't want to do that. And the way you stop it from doing that is the brake. So this way you have to get bigger fish. You move the friction brake, move it up some, and I suggest keeping it before that last white line down there. Oh, I reached a new level. Yee. That's new. Cool. So I got a gift. They gave me a new dragonfly bow. Neat. All right. So when you catch or when you get a new level, oh, I like the picture. You do have skills. Um, you will get skill points. So for example, we're skill fishing. I now have one available point. So what am I going to do? Put it in one of these. So what this does is it tells you right here, distance and accuracy, pretty good. Spinning rod, distance and accuracy, control of the fish. Spinner baits, technique of fishing with spinner baits, prove higher technique, the greater chance of catching a trophy. So all three of these probably be good. So there's 3 points there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm gonna go with this accuracy and control of fish. I feel like it's a little better. Yeah, I want trophy fish, but our gear is not rated for trophy fish right now. That's like the higher end, like the top 80% of the fish, you know. So it's like that's whatever. Uh, Distance and accuracy and control of fish, that sounds good to me. So we're just gonna go with that. Just gonna sit here and fish for a little bit, see what I can catch. So as you can see, I keep trying to do the speed up. You reel normally, you hold shift, doesn't work, let it go, you hold shift, you gotta speed up. So anytime you have that, think of it as like a buff. It's like reeling, but it's just better. You always want, as you're spin fishing, there's different types. I'll link that page below too, where you're jig stepping, you have stop and go, you have all these other methods of things that you can do. We're not really going to worry about that, right? This is just the beginner guide. Easy, just hold shift. We're just going to sit here and fish a bit. It seems that this spot is working relatively well. Actually, surprisingly enough, I have shit gear, shit bait, um, but it's working. So I'm just going to sit here, pull a few fish in. I'm going to... Okay, okay. See how that's red? You don't want to go red. My friction brake's too high. Right? Too high, too high, too high. There you go, 20. 20 is good. It doesn't get past 20. Oh my God, look at that big ass chub. Oh, big chubby motherfucker. Damn, I didn't even go to level 3. I went straight to level 4. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Look at that. That big chubby motherfucker. Give me that shit. 2 kg. Hell yeah, give me that shit. Give me that free shit. Give me that shit. Alright, doing pretty good. I will go to my level. Go to my spin fishing because fuck everything else. I'm gonna go ahead and get these because I have 2 available points. There we go. So you saw how my line was red. So now, if any fish is big enough and it starts to pull to where I have my friction rate set, like it pulls harder than that, it'll just pull my reel out or pull my line out. So I guess I should go over the things at the bottom that's above your stress bar down there, right? The first one is a clip, which we're not going to use. The second one is how much line you have. As you can see, I have about a quarter, like more than a quarter out, and the rest is on my reel. So as you reel your line in, that little white bar, which is kind of hard to see, will get closer, right? So that just gives you a little visual indicator of how much line you have. When you fight, okay, I got it. I got it. Go away. Yep, I see it. Um, if you are fighting a fish and it is whooping, okay, it's fucking, I got it. Get off. I don't know how to make that go away. There it goes. If you are fighting a fish and you're pulling it in, but it's taking it back out, and it keeps taking your line, that little fire emblem next to your line will glow orange. It is doing damage, right? If it keeps doing it, so like if you're fighting a fish, you can move. You can walk around. So if he's on the other side of that river, you could just stop reeling, walk your ass up there and get closer to him and reel in. That's a viable option. Um, if it keeps going, it will go from orange to red, and it will start doing major damage. You do not ever, ever, ever want that to happen. Um, you will eventually wear a fish out, but it really depends on the size of the fish if they wear you out first. Oh, little chub, little chubby bastard. Um, the emblem next to the fire is a snag. If you are snagged, you can try to get it loose by like right clicking and stuff. I would not suggest it. Most of the time you're just gonna break it and you're gonna lose it. You can an easy way to like if I'm snagged on this because you'll get snagged on grass and sticks and shit. It'll be snagged. The easiest way to fix that is to just hit escape and go somewhere else and then just come back. I mean, it might sound cheap, but there's no point. No one knows how to get rid of a snag. There's all kinds of shit. Don't even try it. The kg, the weight, it means that your rig is set up wrong. That um, most likely your lure is set too high and it exceeds your weight. So like we said before, my test is 2 to 10. Is there anything that I have that's over a 10? No, I'm not gonna have anything over a 10. So more than likely, you just have the wrong bait. So it gives you a little visual indicator. That will cause damage. Don't do that. If you just normally fish, your stuff usually doesn't wear out that quick. And you can take it to the workshop later to get it repaired. But you shouldn't have to worry about that for quite some time. Um, the caution symbol at the end, I don't know what that means. I don't think I've ever had that. It's probably if you break something, because you could just break something on your rod, like if you have it set up wrong. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Check the user guide for that. All right, let's go somewhere else. Let's find another spot. It's like, all right, well, they hide on that bridge. I know that there are fish there. I can always come back, and there'll be fish there. Now the weather and the temperature and all that shit. Shut up, dog. All that shit affects it. But you can't change the weather. You can't change the time. You can't change the temperature. This is the only place you can go to really spin fish. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Uh, the deeper the water over here, usually bigger fish. You saw that chub damn near break my rod, so I don't think I want to go for that. Just running around, seeing if I can find anything good. All right, so this is where I ended up. I was like, there's some sticks over there. There's shit in the water. I was like, this shit looks this looks interesting. This looks like there could be some fish over here. So let's see what we got. We'll fish here for a bit and see if I get any bites. Like I said, if you're catching fish, you're doing it right. The RNG of what size fish and what kind of fish you get different. Now, like you have baits that it's like some fish prefer, and you have, you can just be using the wrong bait. You could be in the right spot, use the wrong bait, catching absolutely jack diddly squat. But if you're catching fish, you're in the right spot. But you have to get a few tries. You're not always going to get a fish every single time you cast. There is pike in here. If it says rig cut off by fish teeth, a pike has bit your line. You lose your lure, you'll have to find another one. Well, you have to get another one. Thankfully, the game gives you a bunch because they're just like, you're garbage. So, and you don't have any money. Oh yeah, level 5 already. Alright, so here's a big heckin' chunker. Alright, so 22 looks like about my max. Alright, so like I said, you can't walk around. Get you a big old fish on there, it's trying to whoop your ass. You just cheat on him. Now, you don't want your line to get loose. If your line gets loose, they can't just come off. They can say, like, I'm good with all that. God, get your fat ass in here. Like I said, you see down there where it's max, I'll move my friction brake up, it'll go into the red. You don't want that. You don't want that. Don't ever put your stuff into the red. I can't get across that. No. So it looks like we're just gonna fight. This one's got some weight on him. Oh, come on. Oh, these fights. These little, like, 2-3 kg fights. Forgot how amazing they were. A good way to wear a fish out is pull them to the top, reel down, pull up, reel down. I mean, I just always pull, but okay, there we go. You eventually start to wear them out. Come on. Oh, he's just not moving. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to stay right here. Get your fat ass over here. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm trying to go back into the good water. Fuck all that. Get your ass over here. Get in. Look at that chubby bastard. Alright, level 6. I'm halfway to 12 already. Alright. I didn't really catch anything else. I just waited until nighttime because at nighttime, spin fishing sucks. Don't spin fish. Now's a good time to go use the bathroom, go get something to drink, go smoke, go do something else, and sell your fish. All right, so before you sell your fish, you're always like at the fish market. This is where you sell all your fish. Before you do that, you always check the cafe. The cafe has orders for specific types of fish. So, and these have real life timers in them, so that's 72 minutes, 22 minutes, yada yada yada. Sometimes you come in here and they will have things that you have. They're like, I want like 3 perch that's at this weight. And cafe orders most of the time, unless you got something way over the mass, is worth it. You always want to fill out cafe orders. You'll get more money for a cafe order than you will at the fish market. So, here at the fish market, these are the fish I have, right? I typically do it by price and all of them. 23 bucks, 16 fish. And then you can see what gives what. Now, here's a good time to be like, all right, when I was fishing, and these are the things I was catching, what is worth a damn? What do I want to try to go for? As you can see, these chubs, not only did they give me levels, but they gave me money. A lot more. The third one is a perch, and it's only worth $1. These things are garbage. Perch are garbage. They're garbage fish, and they're just there to get in your way, right? So it's like, okay, so from this, it's like, I want to get chubbies. Sell them, all right? So I made some money. Neat. So when you make money, you want to go to the tackle store. But as I told you earlier, if you check the records of ratings, I got more money for the chubs. Now, you see this lure right here? The spiker number 218? It's a very important lure. You're going to use this lure way later on. So if you want chubs, that's what you get. So what you should spend your money on, you go down here, get the spiker number 2, you go down to the 18, out of stock. Unfortunate. But the cool thing is every individual place has its own economy. Things cost different and they might not be out of stock. So, Winding Rivulet, go to Mosquito Lake. We'll see if they got it there. Okay. All right. Go to lures. Oh, they don't have it here either. That's unfortunate. Ah, but that is a good lure. Another one is this one right here. You can use this one. It's pretty decent. All right, now that it's back daytime and the spin fishing can continue, I'm just going to come back to this spot. Haven't changed anything, haven't upgraded anything. We're just going to sit here and fish a little bit. Our goal is to get up to level 12. Once we hit level 12 and we can change locations, spin fishing is going to get real good for us real quick. Big boy. We're going over the bridge. Nope. No, sir. It's a big perch. Level 7. Okay, so I've been snagged. I was fishing over there in the sticks like an idiot. And if you try to pull it, it's like try to hit, right mouse button to try to clear it. X, yeah, don't do any of that. Just go to Mosquito Lake and it just clears you of it. Don't worry about it. And then you're like, well, dang. And it's like, go right back to Winding Rivulet. You have everything you need. Everything is good. Nothing bad happened. Don't cut your line and lose your lure. As you can see, my rig is still exactly the same. No problems. Come on. Come on. Come. Come snuggle me. Come snuggle, you chubby little bastard. Ooh. Thanks. Alright. Alright, well, it is 21:55. I think I'm gonna call it there. Like I said, nighttime spin fishing sucks, so I'm gonna go here. I don't have any of these, which is unfortunate. That's fine. Go to the fish market. Price 31 bucks. Not too terribly bad. Not too bad. This is only using the beginning gear that they gave me. Wait till you get to level 12, save up money, and in the next video we'll talk about rod, reel, upgrades, etc. If you have any questions or anything, leave it in the comments below. Thanks.